What's going on, everybody? This is Ramsey Broussard. I am here in the mirror on the Reflection Show, one-on-one. Remember, you never go to the mirror scripted. You always go to the mirror unscripted. And today, we're pulling the unscripted story here with Amber Clore. Amber, how are you doing today?
Hi, I'm so wonderful. It is a happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday. And it's a beautiful place here in your business in downtown Sanford. Tell me, how in the world did this vision come about?
Oh, are we talking A.Clore Interiors, my move to Sanford, all of the above?
I want the unscripted. Even if you were to make a mistake in your story, I want you to stutter, go back and reflect on that moment.
Sure, I'd love to hear that. So I am born and raised here in Central Florida, Lake Mary, Sanford. It's kind of been my home for my whole life.
Yes.
I was, I guess, the very strange child that was not playing outside, but more hanging out inside, rearranging my room.
What?
Are
you serious?
Ah, serious.
The number one thing that kids don't want to do, arrange their room, and that's what you were doing?
No, I was wanting to redo my room. Luckily, my mom was very open to me changing things, and so when black and white checker floor was in, I had a black and white checker floor.
Take you back to the Grease days, right?
Absolutely, 100%. I shared a room with my little sister,
yes.
So I was constantly trying to figure out ways to like divide our space,
yes.
and, kind of make it a comfortable living situation for both of us as best as you can,
yes.
as teenagers growing up together. So
wow, you had a heck of a responsibility, and what you're doing today was already embedded in you as a child, because obviously you lay down your outdoor play time for your indoor creativity.
Sure.
That is interesting.
And my first job was at an interior design firm.
What? Are you serious?
It was. I knew I wanted to do it. I took 9th grade elective at Lake Mary High School and forget it. That was the rest of I knew that's what I wanted to do. And being able to help people through the design is really exciting.
And what caught your attention as a little girl that made you just have that one question? Man, what if I really pursue this interior design? What was that one moment that caught your attention?
I think it's more the ability to, my dad was an engineer and he thought I was going to be an architect and go to one certain school that has architecture, and I said, through my high school years, I said, no, I think I want to be an interior designer, and it was the ability to combine both, the built environment with the decorative side of it. So looking far past, the decorative pillow, more about how a space functions. So I loved the inner workings of that. So from the construction side all the way to, placing the floral on the countertop is really exciting for me through the process.
Wow. So how did you deal with, because I think a lot of people, especially those who are watching, they deal with what their parents desire for them rather than what they desire for themselves. So how did you end up overcoming that mountain when it was time for you to define who you are and what you wanted to do in life instead of your parents' calling?
Well, I think the grace of God giving me some individuality, right? Being able to speak up and say, no, this is what I want for myself. And, I got my own scholarships and my own, put my own self through college, if you will.
By yourself?
Yeah. I had a great support system.
Yes.
My grandparents did the prepaid, college, so it was paid for in a sense. But the will to get there, the strive to want to learn more and be hungry for the knowledge of interior design was based in my heart to want to know that.
Yeah.
So that's where I went from it. And of course, I have a very supportive family that will, as long as I'm happy, and I'm fulfilled, then that's the right path for me, and they're happy for that.
Wow. So tell me a little bit about your happiness, like today in life, where you stand today. You're sitting in this chair and your business, and first of all, y'all, if you guys haven't visited here, I walked in, I thought I was walking into a spa. It had the therapeutical smell, and automatically it was a peaceful moment that I walked into. So tell me, how do you define your happiness as you're sitting in this chair and reflecting on your journey to the sea?
I think I get happy every time I walk into the space because it is something that I've built, from the ground up, from just a simple idea of creating a brand after my own name.
After her own name. Let everybody know the name of your business.
It's A.Clore Interiors, so Amber Clore, A dot. So A dot brings me up to the very top of the list too, because an A and then a period. So there were some strategic
Y'all see that? If you want to market what you do, y'all need to think about it. I told her earlier, I said, listen, for some reason, interior designer either have a feng shui name to it, or they name it after a name that they believe they should have been called, or at the same time, they pick either it's from Paris, overseas. It's something unique all the time.
Sure.
So yeah, keep going. Tell me a little bit more.
Happiness, to me is really just being, settled in where you're at. And I think we can create that in interior design, whether that be in the environment that you work in, or the environment that you live or you play, or, all of those different spaces. I think good design should be accessible for everybody. It doesn't have to be $1 million, and it doesn't, certainly have to be a full encompassing design. It's how you feel in the space. It's the right colors.
Right.
And so I think happiness really is just, that perception of what you can, how you can see yourself in a space.
So from a motivational standpoint, because I hear this, the colors, the ambience, the presence, how it reflects to you, how it makes you feel, what would you say that would inspire someone watching this from the interior design perspective?
Sure.
What analogy can you use to help uplift them in this moment?
Well, I mean, color is subjective, so everybody's going to see it differently, and very rightly so. We've got people that are colorblind in the world, right? Only see blue, and it's like, how do you only see blue?
Right.
But I really think that there's psychology in color, so knowing the difference between picking a purple, which is the color for royalty, right? And it's
I've been hearing that all week.
Yeah.
Purple for royalty.
Purple, it's a great
and
color.
Girl, your lipstick is popping. You hear me?
It's that lip sense.
Yes.
And it's so funny that you mentioned about designers, you want them to have an interesting name, and I sometimes say in fashion, because I love fashion and design, and that makes me happy.
Yes.
Fashion and design makes me so happy when you compare those two together, because they do go hand in hand. But I always say, I don't wear like the suit, I'm not the type that wears like the business suit. Sometimes I'll wear that power suit, but you want me to show up in a shirt with shoulders missing and a flamingo or whatever, something
looking
crazy.
creative.
You want that in a designer, right? So I think having that happiness and that balance between fashion, life, and all that work, it all goes hand in hand.
It all goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
Guys, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and when we return back, we're going to talk more in depth about A.Clore interior design company here in Sanford, Florida, downtown. It's a dope spot, because I feel as though there's a little bit more we're going to dive into when we come back, and we're going to talk about clients. How does she do business with her clients, and what continue to inspire her every day to wake up to do what she do. Guys, it's Ramsey Rizard in the Mirror, the Reflection Show one-on-one. As I always say, your experience matters. Stay tuned. We have more coming your way.
We'll see you soon.
Welcome back. I know you guys seen that amazing commercial of this amazing interior design company, A.Clore. And welcome back. Thank you so much for having you on the show today.
Thank you.
I know you could have been anywhere else in the world, but today you are in the hot seat on the Reflection Show. So earlier we were talking about the inspiration and the motivation of your company, as far as from an interior design perspective. I want to go more in depth of, tell me a little bit about your business. Tell me from residential to commercial, what is all involved in what you do? Because a lot of people think you just wake up and, I want to design this. but they don't understand the business aspect of it.
Oh, it's just always butterflies and rainbows around here. That's all you get when you come to A.Clore Interiors.
That's it? Butterflies and rainbows?
Yes.
Oh man, I need to open my business.
Maybe that's what you think when you open an interior design business, or even watch the TV shows and all that, and it's very glamorous on the way the
well,
design
they sell
is.
it really good.
They sure do, and I embrace that because I do. Closet design show watcher here, but I do think that it's important for design to be kind of well-rounded. We focus on a health and wellness in design because we're a licensed interior design firm, and you do have to practice commercial design. You do have to have a license, which is a lot of people don't know.
You have to have a license.
Yes, absolutely.
There's no ifs, buts about it.
That's correct. In order to specify products in a universal environment where there's going to be multiple types of people using the space, you need to design for health, safety, and welfare, and those are elements that we have to learn. So we learn code, safety, life safety, fire.
Hold on, you almost think this is a food restaurant.
I know, right?
All for interior design?
All for interior design. So really when you look at a space, we have to be encompassing from the floor to the ceiling on how healthy and how safe it's going to be for those using it. So if you're thinking about the products that you're putting in there, you want to make sure that they're not off-gassing, and the different paints and carpets. You're talking about in a child care facility, what are you putting on the floor that the children are crawling around on?
Wow.
So there's a little bit deeper thought process, I would say, to interior design as opposed to maybe interior decorating, right? There's a kind of difference in those two. So we are a licensed design firm. I hold a NCIDQ license for...
Well, hold on, wait, you gotta bring... I almost thought you spoke French for a little bit. Wait.
It's the National Qualifications for Interior Design. So just like a lawyer has to take the bar, or a doctor takes his boards, it's the same concept. It's very much similar to architecture, where they have to take that course to then be qualified. So in the state of Florida, you have to be a licensed interior designer to practice in the commercial, healthcare, municipality realm, which a lot of people don't know that.
No. Girl, I thought you just show up to a house and you just design it. What color you want? Purple, green? I can get you a white carpet and that's it. But there is an insurance and a license that is needed for this.
Yes, for commercial design. For residential design, it's a little bit less because you are working with just one family and their needs.
Yes.
So we're cross multiple, disciplinary firm. We do it all, right? As long as it meets our ethics and our standards and our time frame, we can really help clients as little as pick a paint color to do complete remodels, or working in construction documents. We do AutoCAD, Revit, 3D rendering. I mean, it's a lot more than just doing the pillow chop.
I'm sitting here with someone who I'm thinking they just walk in. Mommy, I don't know anything about interior design. Walk in and they just have a little tablet, pick different colors. Like the app House, right?
Yes, of course. I love House.
You love House?
I love House.
I used to look at it until it made me want to swipe my debit card every day. And I was like,
It's tempting.
It's very tempting. So let me ask you this question. And it's going to be a very interesting question. And the reason I say it's interesting because I don't think a lot of people understand that in every business, someone always ends up with some type of lawsuit. Have anyone ever tried to file a lawsuit against you for something that you've done and you've done it the right way?
Luckily, no. I think I've, blessed in the fact that we, every project is going to have something that goes wrong. I mean, we're just dealing with, a lot of different, elements in a design, and not so much on the design side, maybe on the execution side. So you're dealing with contractors and shipping and all these things that we have to deal with. So I think the power of a good teamwork aspect and being able to move it forward and having good solutions and good problem-solving skills is what sets the tone for our firm to be able to mitigate any of those issues before it maybe gets to a point where we're dealing with something that's a little larger than what we would want.
And how long have your business been open?
We've been open for 6 years.
6 years, congratulations.
Thank you.
Because they say once you reach the 5-year mark, whether it's marriage, business, that you are doing your thing. So how did it feel to pass the 5-year mark and go into 6th year? And probably this year will be your 7th year? 7th
year, well, we're just hitting 6, so we're going
congratulations.
6 is happening right now. So
yes.
Thanks. I'm so happy, of course. I mean, I honestly do this every single day with a passion that it's just, it's my life. It's not, oh, I have to go to work or I have a job. I mean, yes, there's days that are positive, some that are not. I'm human. But I love what I do, and I love working with clients. I love telling their story through design, and really creating a healthy living system is kind of what we call it, for them to live in, to work in. Again, it's commercial as well. So the same principles that you may use in a residential firm, we're seeing now really go into health and wellness in our workspace, because you want that to be uplifting. And sometimes you spend more time in your office than you do at home.
And you're right.
So it needs to be those same elements.
You're right. Sometimes when I used to work door to door, I walk into some business and I'm like, yo, how can you stay in this very dim place? And then you notice those places, the customer service is just outrageous.
Well, they don't love their jobs.
There's no presence.
Right.
There's no motivation. And even talking about motivation, what inspires you every day to wake up, even though the day before you probably dealt with a trial in your own business?
Well, I would say the main thing that makes me wake up every day would be the fact that I have 4, 5, 6 other designers underneath me that I have to take care of, right? So I would say that, running a business is ultimately my daily function. Multiple businesses.
Yes,
we haven't
multiple.
even talked about that. But, so I would just say it's that. It's the hunger. I want to wake up. I'm so blessed to live the life that I have and to be able to help in design or whatever it may be. We really, really like to give back to the community. I think it's super important, that we, really, really impact lives in as many ways as we possibly can.
Amber, tell me something interesting about you that people may not know, that when you think about it, it makes you smile, it makes you laugh, because that's just who you are. Tell me something interesting about you. Maybe your favorite food, your favorite color, maybe a funny time in your life where...
That's interesting. Good question. I was going to say, something people typically... A lot of people know that I'm in the Rotary Club, so that's a big thing that I always like to mention, because it is that time where I'm able to hone in and get back and focus on a bigger, larger platform. So I do love that. My favorite color is pink, so if you couldn't see that in my logo or anything like that.
Why is your favorite color pink?
I just always have been pink. I mean, it's a girl color, right? But I just feel like it's something that stayed true with me, and I think it's a bright, energetic color. It may not appeal to everybody, but it is a striking color. So anything in the pink realm, and I think it's fun. But yeah, that's my favorite color.
Y'all see, this is why you guys gotta come here, hang out with Amber. Come check out her business here in Sanford, Florida. Give them, where can they find out more about your company, and how can they book you, or what kind of incentives do you have out there for those if it's their first time hearing about your company and coming to see what you do?
Sure. So we're on pretty much every social media platform you can imagine, personally and as a business too. So you can just Google A.Clore Interiors and all of those will come up. We are part of the ASID, which is the American Society of Interior Designers. So you'll see us on that platform as well. I'm actually the president of our chapter this year.
Wow, so congratulations. Come on, girl, we gotta clap that. We gotta clap it up. Celebrate the small beginnings.
Yes, I love it. So I love advocating for other designers and kind of being on the platform of, being with that like-mindedness, running with those who run faster than you. That is always something I like to do and believe in. So I think just staying connected to my industry and to the others that's kind of want to uplift that, and then networking, right?
Networking.
Awesome
That's
people.
how we met. We met through networking at an amazing event. She was an amazing speaker. And what time do your business open, and what time does it close?
So we're Monday through Friday, 10 to 6.
Yes.
But we're always, you can email us, go on House. We are on House.
Wow.
So you can go find us there. We're on the Pro Network there, and like I said, just kind of Google. It's kind of interesting how that happens, right? You find us there, and definitely reach out. We love to connect with our clients and our followers, if you will. So connect with us, and we got some design tips and tricks all over the place. So yeah, catch us on Fox 35. I mean, really all over.
Fox 35, all over. Guys, AC in the building. This is my name for her. That's not for you guys, but for her. Before we leave this show, I always tell each guest on the show, there is a young girl who is at that computer. Maybe she's at work, maybe she's in school, and she may be dealing with a couple things in her situation. Give her an inspiring message or an encouragement that would uplift her and change her perspective.
Yeah, so, well, first of all, come meet me and let's hang out. That'd be number one, because I'd love that. But I think just keep going. I think that's been my little motto for the past few weeks. Just keep going, pushing through, persevere. You have this, you've got this, you got to push through it. There's power in perseverance. And the other thing I would say would be to just say yes, as long as it fits what you want to do. If you say yes to great opportunities, you never know who you're going to meet, what it's gonna bring, and the kind of the glory in that. So I think just keep pushing forward, say yes, and just be present, be there for everything and in the moment. We get sidetracked by our social media and things like that, but try and be present in the moment.
Wow.
I think that's big.
I think that's the word for this season. For those who are watching, whether it's 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, maybe you're in your cubicle at work. The answer is to say yes. Be present. Remember, Amber could have easily went the direction of her father being an engineer, but she took it to the next level. She found out what she was passionate about.
Ninth grade.
At ninth grade, and she went for it. She said yes to the call. She answered the phone, and she said yes on the other side to who she was becoming. So don't be afraid to say yes. Guys, this is Ramsey Rizard and The Mirror, The Reflection Show. And as I always tell you, your experience matters. Thank you for watching the show today.